have to clean the budgie cage. Walk with me. And you can be free. And we will also let out her friend Jumbo. I think I mentioned how Annie's partner died a couple months ago. Okay, long story. No, it's a very important story. You want to hear about this budgie's life. Turns out you can't film with one hand while cleaning a budgie cage. I think I knew that already. Anyway, I wanted to tell you about Amber. Okay, rewind 10 years or so. We have a budgie named Pudgy, and he's kind of lonely, so we go to the pet store and buy him a generic mass-produced budgie, because he was from a breeder at least. We're kind of good. And anyway, she was green and very cute and pretty, and we named her Amber. Amber and Pudgy were very happy for a year or so. Then we made them a nesting box. Ooh, they laid some eggs. None of them hatched, so we're going to skip ahead another batch of eggs. Wow, they had a second batch. This time 2 of them hatched. It was very cute. And then we'd lift up the box and look inside, and there were little baby birdies in there. One of them we named Raisin, and one of them we named Peanut, because they were small things. Raisin died when she was a couple days old. Amber was starting to lose feathers off her stomach, because that's what happens when birds have eggs to warm. They lose feathers, so it's skin on eggs, so it can be warmer. Anyway, that happened. She definitely had an incident with breaking an egg and getting it stuck to her, and she might have eaten some of it. The beginning of a slight decline. So Peanut grew up. He was very affectionate and very talkative. Okay, Amber is not a people bird. Amber is a wild bird, or thinks she's wild. You know, she flies around with her budgie friends. Okay, and then Peanut moves out because he is an adult budgie now. He lives in the kitchen. She lives in the living room with her husband, Pudgy. We had a wedding for them once. Okay, and then Pudgy died sometime after Peanut was born. That was sad because we'd had him for a long time. Amber was very lonely suddenly, and her feathers on her stomach still hadn't grown back, which was a bit odd. And we started to think she might be plucking, which is a thing usually larger parrots do when they're not mentally stimulated. It's just like a bad habit, kind of addictive thing that can happen. It's very sad because it means your budgie isn't, or your bird isn't happy. So we got her a new friend to keep her company, Jellybean. She was my first budgie. Sometimes Jellybean would land on her finger because she was kind of social. And then Amber would also land on the finger or the head for 2 seconds just because she wanted to be with Jellybean. And then they both fly away, but we were like, wow, this is really good for her. She's starting to spend time with us humans. And then one day Jellybean had a heart attack or something and died. But then we got George Bailey, which was a blue budgie, lived with Amber. They were friends. And then Peanut passed away. He was maybe 5 or 6 or something. He was our favorite budgie for quite a while. He used to talk a lot, and he would cuddle with us and stuff. So all she had was George Bailey. Then I don't remember what happened to George Bailey, but he died. Is anyone keeping count of how many budgies have died on Amber? I think it's 5. And then I'm pretty sure she had one more friend who died on her at some point. And then she had Annie Thurman, who we have right now, is the white and blue. She's white and blue, right? Yeah. But overall, this time Amber's health had been decreasing a lot. She never grew back her stomach feathers, then she pulled out more of them. So she's just had a bare stomach for years. And just within this past year, she had a growth on her shoulder, and it looked really bad, and we called the vet about putting her down because she seemed really not comfortable. She would just sit on the floor and stuff. And the vet doesn't put down budgies because they're just tiny, fragile little things. And we were like, what can we do then? So we wound up doing nothing after I cried a lot because I didn't want us to put down Amber. And she just decreased for a couple more months, and then she passed away one day. Her life was not good. Her husband and children died on her. Her partner, roommate people kept dying on her. She had addictions, self-mutilation problems, and then her health just declined, and no one was there to help her, and her friends kept dying. Oh, that's a story I had to tell. Okay. Have a good day. I'm sorry.